Good morning, it's the 2nd of December and I am running the farm and the transport on my own. I've got Dad's phone that hasn't stopped ringing since he left last Thursday. It's now Tuesday. It's Tuesday. He's back tomorrow, but the last 3 days have been a little bit hectic, mainly with the lorries, but yesterday I had someone come to fix the Manitou because the ram was leaking. So they fixed that. Spent 3 hours trying to put the ram back on, but the boom was twisted so we couldn't get the pin in, and I was having to push it with the other telehandler and pull it, and it was an absolute nightmare basically. And then we finally got it on and found that it was still leaking. So then they had to take it off again to fix, so I think they're coming back today. I had one of the drivers, he was meant to depart the airport at 12, he was still stuck there at 12:30, and so I had to make a load of phone calls about that. Then a lot of the calves have come down with pneumonia because there's no air in their shed, and so I had to jab every single one of them. I think there's 35 in there, so me and Mum spent about an hour and a half doing that. Then I was just about to finish for the day and I went to go move my truck, and it came up with 2 warning lights. I think one was EBS and one was something to do with stability. So then I had to take a photo, send it to the mechanic. He said there's water in somewhere, God knows where, and so he's coming today to fix that. I've just fed the cows, so I will insert all of that here. For the rest of today, I think I'm going to try and extend the calf pen outside a little bit. Dad's going to kill me when he sees it, but he's not here and it's currently my farm, so that's a problem for tomorrow when he sees it. I think I'm going to bring it out by like 10 foot, just so that the calves can get outside because they're all sweaty. I think the telehandler people are coming back, so I'll probably have to help them at some point. I'm at the osteopath's at, I think, 11:45. And then I've got the mechanic coming to plug my truck in, and I'll probably see if he can do a brake test with me, because I've got a truck that can't go on the road until it's been brake tested, and he knows what he's doing with the brake test, so I might see if he'll do that with me quickly. Okay, so my plan with the calves, I don't know if it's a good plan or not, but I'm thinking of taking that bale down, putting bales along here, moving that out the way, and then putting more bales across the front here, move all of this out the way so that they can kind of come out in this square. The only issue is going to be the fact that when it rains it's going to get really wet, and it's just going to get muddy, isn't it? I'm going to struggle to keep it dry, but they're so sweaty in here because there's no airflow. So I feel like that's the best thing I can do in this situation. I don't really know. I'm going to try it anyway, and if it doesn't work then I don't have to keep it like that, do I? Okay, so I've got the base sorted. I've moved most things out of the way. So this is what we're currently dealing with. I need to move that bale out of the way and then take that one off the top. I'm probably going to put those two across there. And I don't know how far I'm going to bring anything out because obviously the yard's really wet. I think I might put the bucket on this and scrape some of that away, or try and start the mini digger, but that tends to have a flat battery. I feel like I just need to bring a bit of the sludge away to start with a drier base, maybe? I feel like that's a good idea. I might try and start the mini digger actually, and if that won't start then I'll use this. I think that's a good idea. I can't believe it, but the mini digger's actually started. I think Dad put a new battery on it. So I'm going to use this. It's got the right bucket on as well, so I can scrape everything off. So hopefully I'll be able to get this pen done in the next half an hour. Okay, so the pen's been made. It doesn't have a doorway or a gate, but it's fine, I can climb over the bales. I'm just about to start the straw chopper in the hope that I can just plop some straw over rather than having to use an entire bale in that little pen, because it's just going to get wet, so what's the point in using a whole bale? So I'm hoping this will start, but this really, really struggles to start when it's cold, and it's pretty cold this morning. So we shall see. I actually blew more straw in than I intended, but it'll keep them cosy. So I'm about to open the gate. So the pen's finished. It's taken me about an hour and a half to do, but I did have a couple of phone calls in between. They seem happy with it. I'm just hoping that it will help them get rid of the pneumonia, because they'll be able to get a bit of fresh air. They're all coming out now. The air is so different in here compared to out there. Even just behind this netting, it just feels like there is no air. It's horrible. So hopefully they'll all utilise it, and oh, someone's happy. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours since that last clip. I've been to the osteopaths, I've had my breakfast, then helped Mum make the house Christmassy, then I had lunch, and now I'm back out again. I'm just checking on what the babies are doing. We have got a few of them outside. Quite a few were lying down here. There's only a few at the back over there, so I think they like it. The Manitou people haven't rang me yet, so I'm going to assume that they're not coming today. It's still sat there in the shed. I'm going to go feed Dave some bread because we've got a loaf of bread that's gone out of date and it's a little bit gross, so they can have that. Then I think I'm going to prepare for feeding because it's actually getting quite late. It's not late, but you know, in winter when it goes really dark early, I want to get everyone bedded before it actually goes dark. So yeah, I'll probably bed everyone, get bags filled, and then start feeding. Might be a little bit early, but it's my last chance to get an early finish because Dad's back early in the morning, so I want to take the opportunity to get an early finish. I've just filled all the bags of barley for tonight and the morning. So I've got 10 for tonight, then 2 for Dave this evening, and then another 10 for the morning. So it's been about 6 hours since I opened the calf shed up, and what I'm noticing so far is that no one has a sweaty back anymore, so I think it's worked. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to solve all of my problems, but it solved one of them, and having wet calves is just very, very bad for pneumonia. So at least they're dry now, they can get fresh air. They look a little bit happier than they were earlier as well. It might be the injections kicking in from yesterday, but as a whole, it's probably only about 6 or 7 that look pretty bad now. The rest of them are actually looking alright, like this one. This one seems absolutely fine. There's a lot of coughing, but they're not too bad. So yeah, I'm hoping that they'll start to get better today and tomorrow. I've just finished feeding everyone and now I should be done for the day. I just need to go lock the workshop up.